A decomposed body believed to be St. Elizabeth escapee found near the hideout. EU Market, St. Elizabeth, a decomposing body believed to be that of one of 8 inmates who escaped during a jailbreak on June 19 at Black River Police Station lockup was found in bushes near a burned-out building in northern St. Elizabeth on Monday. The building, which a police source said is located close to New Market, is believed to have been used as a hideout by some of the escapees. Head of the St. Elizabeth Police, Acting Superintendent Coleridge Minto said operations have been ramped up in search of the escapees. On Saturday, a second escapee, Richard Brown, was captured in a bar in Buena Vista near Myersville. Our operations continue as we seek to locate the remaining 6 persons who escaped out of the Black River lockup on June 19. On Monday at about 12 noon, a team, led by myself, journeyed to the hills of St. Elizabeth where an unfinished structure is located. It is believed that men were using this location as a base, Minto explained. We have seen evidence that persons were here. We have seen things such as cell phones that were burnt, spoons, liquor bottles. A body was also located in the nearby bushes. The body is in an advanced decomposed state. Therefore, we have contacted a forensic scenes of crime unit for it to be fully processed, he added. He urged the 6 escapees who remain at large to turn themselves in. From the information that we have received, it is believed that the body is one of the escapees. We wouldn't want to name him at this time until we have gotten scientific evidence. We will continue our search for the others, and we will continue to make an appeal for them to surrender to the police and to turn themselves in with their attorneys, said Minto. The jailbreak, which caused widespread debate, resulted in a shake-up of the police's St. Elizabeth division. Among the escapees is Anward Kirky Hines, charged with a quadruple murder. Hines has been charged in relation to the murders of 4 farmers, Archibald Brown, 60, his brother George Brown, 57, Maurice Sanderson, 40, and Ezra Wright, 73, in the remote community of Claremont in St. Elizabeth on May 27, 2015. At that time, police had said he was believed to be the leader of a gang which was a remnant of the infamous Stone Crusher gang. In July 2015, he was found hiding in the ceiling of a house in Hatfield, Manchester, and apprehended. The other detainees who escaped are Oral Cole, 31, from Comfort Hall, Manchester; Ulrich Hutchinson, 38, from Brighton District, St. Elizabeth, and Dean Simpson, 34, from Turner Top, St. Elizabeth, who were all in custody charged with robbery with aggravation. In addition, Javon Sims, 25, from Copperwood, St. James, and Kenneth Stewart, 30, from Beacon Hill, St. Catherine, were both being held for murder, and Damar Williams, 29, from Gravel Heights in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, who is facing a shooting with intent charge. Human trafficker among Haitians sent home, says Morgan. A known human trafficker who the government says posed a significant security threat to Jamaica was among the 36 Haitians who were returned to their country by local authorities Sunday morning, according to Robert Morgan, the minister without portfolio in the Office of the Prime Minister with responsibility for information. Morgan was defending the government's quick action to send the Haitians home, which has been heavily criticized by human rights activists. We found security threats within the group, persons who may have presented a risk to our national security, and we had to act very quickly to ensure that these security threats did not come into our society and impact the safety of our citizens. We had intelligence reports about individuals. There's one individual who has been to Jamaica several times, which is a person that was clearly engaged in human trafficking, Morgan told the IRI News Media TV on Tuesday. Morgan stressed that Jamaica is a signatory to several protocols and international agreements to protect the country and to protect people against human trafficking, and we will not allow human trafficking to take place. Where we find it, we will reject it. We will make the effort to ensure that human trafficking is not a part of our society. He said that the individual who was a captain on the boat which brought the more than 30 individuals to Jamaica has been to the country on several occasions transporting individuals to the island or to other territories. There are persons in Haiti who have made an industry of transporting persons. They take money from individuals and they use their vessels to transport individuals to other countries. Turks and Caicos has had the problem, the Bahamas has had the problem. That's human trafficking. And these individuals, in many cases, do not know which territory they're going, he said. The Haitians who arrived on Saturday were the second group to have landed here, by a boat, since July. The first batch of 37 are currently in the process of seeking asylum. It was reported that the Haitians who got here on Saturday were at sea for close to 2 weeks. Morgan said that they did not know that they were coming to Jamaica and that Jamaica was not their desired location. They never wanted to be in Jamaica. And when they were engaged by our authorities, they expressed the view that this was not their intended destination or their desired destination, and as such we engaged with our security forces to ensure that they were safely returned to their home country, he said, noting that the Haitians wanted to go to the United States and never sought asylum in Jamaica. He said that the government therefore had an obligation to return them to their port of origin, and in this case, the government of Haiti said that it would be willing to accept them, pointing out that they could not be returned without a willingness of the authorities in Haiti to accept them. Morgan's arguments counter the accusation of a forced return of the Haitians by at least one rights group, Freedom Imaginaries, who accused the administration of sending the Haitians home under the cover of darkness, without due process, in blatant disregard of United Nations, UN, advisories and international law. According to Freedom Imaginaries founder Milena Alain, the government's decision to return the Haitians without due process could have been a deliberate effort to impede their access to legal support and information on their rights. Alain, an attorney, made the accusations in a letter to Prime Minister Andrew Holness and 2 other government ministers. We are also concerned that this decision could be indicative of an emerging policy of draconian responses to vulnerable Haitian migrants in an unlawful attempt to deter future flows of Haitians to Jamaica, she said in the letter, a copy of which was seen by the IRI News Media TV. Alain said that the government's claim that it sent the Haitians home because it was found that there were members who had been previously removed from Jamaica for breaches of entry raises concerns that they were not assessed individually. The United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, UNHCR, she said, explicitly prohibits penalization for illegal entry. However, Morgan insisted that the government followed international law and local law as it relates to how to deal with situations like this. No one can say that the government of Jamaica broke any law or any international protocol. What we did was we followed the law to the T. We engaged our agencies to ensure that what we were doing was in line with what our obligations are as a member of the global community. The persons were not landed, they entered Jamaica illegally and the Passport and Immigration Agency dealt with them appropriately. They did an assessment, they engaged with the persons and the persons told our agents that they were not unwilling to be repatriated to Haiti. We engaged with the Haitian government, who expressed a desire to allow their return. As such, the government of Jamaica engaged with our security forces and returned them to a safe environment within Haiti, he said. As to whether action will be taken against this human trafficker when they return, Morgan said that is a matter for the Haitian administration. We have safely delivered the victims to Haiti. Those who are seeking to transport others to various jurisdictions, the Haitian authorities would have to deal with it. Despite what is being said, Haiti still has a government. They may have challenges, but they still have a government. They still are running as a society, and we're engaged with the Haitian authorities to ensure the safety of those who were returned, he said. Haiti has been experiencing economic, security, and political crises for years. The assassination of President Jovenel Moïse in 2021 has dramatically worsened the situation, with gangs taking an increasing stronghold. Last Friday, the UN reported that more than 2,400 people have been killed in Haiti since the start of 2023 amid rampant gang violence, including hundreds killed and lynchings by vigilante mobs. I'm finally going to get justice. Another Bay St. Mary, Nelia Dennis is breathing a bit easier now that her ex-lover, who allegedly stabbed her more than 30 times and left her for dead, is in custody. For almost 2 years she has been terrified at the thought that he may return to finish the job he allegedly started in November 2021. I feel so overwhelmed with emotions because I'm finally going to get justice. On the other hand, I still feel traumatized to see him and to remember he did me like this, the 25-year-old told the IRI News Media TV on Monday. She knew he would be making his first appearance in court the next day and she was praying he would not be granted bail. In May 2022, 6 months after the attack that left her severely wounded, Dennis had complained that the police were dragging their feet. Last Wednesday, Acting Commanding Officer for the St. Mary Division Deputy Superintendent of Police Kevin Francis announced that Kurt Garth Griffiths, who had previously been listed as wanted for wounding with intent, had been nabbed thanks in part to cooperation from area residents. Griffiths had previously been featured in the Jamaica Constabulary Force's Wanted Wednesday campaign on social media. A targeted raid was planned and carried out about 2:30 this morning and the suspect was found, taken into safe custody without incident, said Francis. When she spoke with the IRI News Media TV last May, Dennis described the damage done to her body during the vicious attack that left her in a crumpled, blood-drenched heap in front of her aunt's shop. It all began, she said, when her ex-lover came to her yard to have a conversation about their child. After seeing her talking with a friend, Dennis said, he used a knife to stab her repeatedly. She remained outside all night until relatives found her the next day. She lost her left eye, hearing in her left ear, and sense of smell in her left nostril. Her left hand and leg were also affected. When she spoke with the IRI News Media TV last year, Dennis was working on getting strong enough to walk so that she could be baptized. In January she fulfilled her dream and today she is doing much better. I'm still going through hydrotherapy, and I'm not walking on my own yet, but I'm using a walker to move around. My balance is also still not at 100%, but, by the grace of God, it will get there, she told the Iri News Media TV on Monday. I've always wanted to give my life to God and I got a chance to do so, and I'm just living for Him right now because He saved my life, Dennis said. She was at the Onato Bay Courthouse on Tuesday when Griffiths was denied bail. I am pleased with the verdict so far, the teary-eyed young woman said as she was helped to a chair while waiting to be escorted to a nearby motor car. Griffiths showed no emotion as Judge Yvette Wentworth Miller explained that her decision was based on her assessment that he could abscond, as he had been on the run before. His lawyer Derek Thompson said his client remains resolute that he acted in self-defense. He was set upon by the victim's male companion and herself and he had to defend himself, the attorney told the Iri News Media TV outside court. Griffiths' next court appearance will be on November 7 in the St. Mary Circuit Court,